Alright, so welcome back to another video. I'm going to be talking about the newest Arsenal transfer news. Obviously, right now we got the here we go from Fabrizio about Christian Nørgaard for 11 million euros. Thomas Partey will not be re-signing and is probably going to go to Barca or somewhere like that. But if he didn't, I'm assuming if he didn't want to be the backup at Arsenal, that he probably won't want to be the backup behind De Jong or Casado or whoever else is there playing in that midfield. So best of luck to him. He's a phenomenal player. I thought him and Rice were our two best midfielders. Arguably, throughout the season, Partey was better than him, more consistent. But Rice obviously had those moments that kind of dragged us out of the gutter. But yeah, so let's talk about the deal. So I see a lot of people having a fallout over this deal, getting annoyed. This isn't good enough. He's not as good as Thomas Partey, and I don't think he's supposed to be. I don't think he's not the Thomas Partey replacement. Just because we're not re-signing Partey and he's coming in doesn't mean this the direct replacement. Obviously, Zubimendi was the replacement, and Partey was going to start being phased out of the squad a little bit to make room for him because he's obviously younger. Some people look at him as a better player. He probably fits the system a little bit better of where the direction Arteta is trying to go in. We've been linked to this guy for 2 years now, and Jorginho obviously left, and now that Partey's leaving, who I would have preferred as a backup over Nørgaard, but we need someone to be the backup, and Nørgaard isn't going to start every game. He's not going to be the linchpin in a Premier League title charge or a Champions League run. Like, anyone who thinks that, I don't understand it. I don't understand this. This seems so much like the Kepa deal where people were freaking out because we paid. I think Fabrizio said it was 6 million for Kepa to be the backup. Now, Nørgaard to be the backup DM for 11 million. I mean, Premier League proven player, captain of Brentford, solid player. I don't really expect him to be world class, but he's going to give us a high 6 to a 7 week in, week out when he needs to come on. And honestly, I think he's a lot better defensively than Jorginho, which is what I've kind of been wanting, is someone that when we take Partey off, we don't have such a hole in defense with Jorginho, who just didn't have the legs and wasn't physical enough, and I just didn't really like it. He dribbles sideways. He's always going sideways. He's never really, and he's just like silly fouls and giving up the ball so easily. It was jarring, and he's doing great at Flamengo now. But I'm pretty happy with this deal. I'm upset Partey's leaving. I would have liked him to be the starting DM next year and have him and Zubimendi kind of split the games, but I understand why this move is done. I understand they don't want to pay Partey 150K a week. They're probably trying to lower his salary and lower his squad status, which for him is probably a little bit annoying because he just came off his best season for us, arguably. Definitely his most fit season. And he probably didn't want to. He doesn't want to go. He's still great. He's still, I think, a world-class DM. And I think any team he goes to, he will elevate them. But at the same time, is he going to be fit next year? Because it's great that he was fit almost all year this year, playing right back for us and filling in really great. But is he going to still be there when we need him? When we need, like, obviously he missed that first leg against PSG, not through injury, but just through stupidity, getting that yellow card. But yeah, I'm happy with the signing. Upset Partey's leaving. I think this is a floor raiser and not a ceiling raiser. I think this is a signing that improves the depth, which a lot of people have been screaming for. If you don't think Zubimendi's better than Partey, that's fine. I don't think he is either, but I don't think he's a million miles away from it. And Nørgaard is definitely better than Jorginho. He definitely is. He's going to be, I think, a solid player for us. He'll play those cup games for us. He'll play rotation when we have to go play Madrid or Barca or Bayern away, and then we have Leeds on a Sunday or a Saturday. He could come in and he can start, and there's not going to be a lot of stress about it, worrying, oh, are we going to give up goals? No, this guy's solid defensively. He's all right going forward. He's not the greatest, but he's not bad either. I was looking at his defensive stats. He's in the high 80 to 90 percentile for for interceptions, tackles, duels, and I think he's a solid player. I don't really see the issue with this. But something else that people were talking about was that Fabrizio, I believe, put out. I don't know if he put it on Twitter. I saw it on Instagram. Benjamin Sesko followed Arsenal on Instagram, and this is a talking point. I guess. I guess this is. I don't know. I guess. I mean, Fabrizio is being the biggest like PR for Sesko, saying that this deal is going to advance, this deal is going to get done, whatever. I don't. I don't. He follows Madrid and City too. I think this is just kind of like a media stunt. And if it's not, if we're really going for Sesko, I'm a bit disappointed. I prefer Gyökeres. I want Gyökeres. But if we get Sesko, it's a striker. Probably be better than Havertz. Probably get more goals than Havertz. Maybe in the future he'll pan out and he'll do well for us. But if it's true about the rumors about him not being confident about displacing Havertz or wanting a release clause, I don't even know why we're going for him. I think maybe that's just PR. Maybe that's just bad PR towards him, trying to persuade people away from wanting him in the team. But who knows? Just want to touch on that briefly. But I think this is kind of nothing. I still think we're gonna end up with Gyökeres. I think that Leipzig is asking way too much money, and I don't think we're gonna pay it. I don't think we're gonna fork it up for someone who's so unknown, for someone who had 13 league goals, 21 goals in all competitions, which is great. It's a good return for a 21-year-old. But I want to win now, and I want Gyökeres, and he seems so confident. He wants to come in, he wants to win, and that's what I trust way more than potential. We're not in potential anymore. If this was 4 years ago when we first brought Arteta in and we got Aubameyang out, then yeah, I would like the signing of Sesko. I think if we brought him in, like when we brought in Jesus, yeah, that would be great. But it's not that time anymore, and we got to understand where we are. Gyökeres at 27. It's not like he's only going to be playing for us for 2 years and then, oh my God, he's almost 30. We have to get rid of him. No, he's going to play probably 4 or 5 years as a starting striker, banging goals. I think if he does come to us, he'll get us 30 to 40 goals a season, 20-something in the league, and can really make us challengers for a trophy. So that's all I really have to say. And that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one.